All right, it's Prop the Mic. We are live. We're back. It's been a minute. Only a couple pods in the year 2025, but we're back. We're ready to rock. How's it going, Dave?
It's going great. Good to be back here with you, man.
It is. It feels good. It feels right. Back at home, in the saddle, in studio. Real quick, before we dive into tonight's slate, as always, today's podcast is presented by Props.cash. We 100% could not do what we do without Props.cash. So take advantage right now. Exclusive offer for 50% off your first month using code PTM50. We're going to fire up Props.cash here in just a minute. It's how we research all our bets. Take advantage for yourself. Make use of the tool for 50% off with code PTM50. You ready to rock, brother?
I am. Little sidebar on Props.cash. The thing I love about Props.cash is obviously the charts and the analytics that you get from it, but I love every day finding a prop that I never would have looked at. Just kind of perusing through the sports book, right? So it organizes the data in such a nice, clean way that even some guy like AJ Green last night that we were on as part of a builder, he pops up and is somebody you would consider when you would never consider AJ Green.
No, I rolled my eyes at you when I heard AJ Green.
You did. I think he actually took 2 shots, maybe the whole game, and hit him. He's just, if that guy gets a wide open 3, he's automatic. He's
going in.
I love the mechanics. He's got such good shooting mechanics. All right, so we got 10 game slate tonight, monster slate. What we have typically found is 6 games is kind of our sweet spot. So we looked at the 10 games. We honed in on 6 that had the highest point totals because we're going to focus primarily on over bets. If you do like under bets, go check out our alt under prop sheet that we post up on X every morning and go build yourself a nice little under parlay if you want. But today we'll be mostly talking about overs. Let's start with the Nuggets and the Pistons. Pistons are -1.5 at home, totals 237.5. The first reaction when Tom and I were kind of going through the games is, wow, the Pistons are favored versus the Nuggets. How did that happen in the course of 1 year?
I know. It's pretty crazy. You bring in some good vets, Tobias Harris, Malik Monk, nice young core. And they're not a team. I just said this to you before. They currently match up with the Knicks, I believe, for the first round of the playoffs. Not a team I would want to see in the first round. I think they could be a very frisky team in the playoffs for their first round opponent, but we'll see. They're definitely a fun team.
They are a fun team. I mean, they had a good core, obviously built around Cade, and then Jalen Duren, I think is also a good piece. And then they just brought in a bunch of veterans that are really solid. So
and the Thompson's taking a step forward this year, him and his brother, so
absolutely. And the former Detroit Piston, Killian Hayes, is ripping it up in New York
with the Nets,
now.
right?
Yeah. I'm glad we're not talking Brooklyn. Game is not one that made our list. No, because otherwise I would have been tempted to play Killian Hayes.
There you go.
All right, so let's talk about this game. Nuggets are on a back-to-back. They played a tough game last night against the Bucks. Bucks are looking pretty good, man. I really like that Kuzma trade that they made. I thought he would be more passive on the Bucks, given how many other offensive weapons they have. But Kuzma just gets his shots up regardless. But defensively, he seems pretty good. He seems to just have good energy. So the Bucks are looking good. They're definitely contenders for the East now with some of the recent moves they've made. And the Nuggets are struggling, man. They're just not looking like the championship team that they were.
Yeah, but I think that's I don't know. I could see that all coming together in the playoffs. I think, once you've had the success they have and you've had that same core group of people for all those years, I think it's just a matter of turning it on in the playoffs. I think, but
I agree. I think Jamal Murray needs to figure out what his role is on the team. He's gone from facilitator to shooter. They need to figure out where he's optimal. Christian Brown is probably the biggest surprise on that team. He's been awesome this year, like really, really good. But anyway, looking at this game, Nuggets, Pistons. Let's dive into the Pistons side. We got quite a few. I just talked about also Thompson. Maybe we start there. Two things that were popping out on our pick sheet were we had Thompson for 4.5 rebounds and Thompson for 1.5 steals. Either of those looking good for you?
Yeah, I mean, I love the rebounds. I don't have the sheet up there. I'm sure his cleaning the glass ranking for rebounds is very high, right? Him and his brother are both like monster rebounders at their position.
Actually, both of these stats are super high. He's in the 99th percentile for rebounding,
yeah, dude,
at the guard position, and the 99th percentile for steals. So that's, yeah, both these guys are super athletic. So yeah, that's what you're seeing there.
Yeah. I like it. Let's start with the rebounds here. 4.5. You see, it's not, what I don't like is the inconsistency with seeing some of these, these 4 and 3 games in here. Even with the minutes being up, I mean, you could see over the, on the season, like look at the beginning of the season where his minutes are and look where they are now. 21 on the season. If you look at his last 10 games, he's up to almost 25 minutes a game. I am feeling a little builder though. I'm feeling like a 4 rebound, 1 steal, little 2-legger for Thompson. I would be much more comfortable with that. I don't like the 4.5, even though he can just easily have like 8 or 9 rebounds tonight. I don't know. What are you thinking?
It's not a good matchup either. Over the last 20 games, Denver's giving up the least number of rebounds to opposing guards. Denver does give up rebounds to opposing centers and such. Yeah, I agree. I'd maybe play him for 4 rebounds. I know you're not a huge steals guy, but let's maybe take a look at his steals as well.
Yeah. I mean, he's had 1 steal, 10 straight games. You go back even more. What is that? 17. That's 16 straight games he's had a steal in. I love that. I don't know about the 2 steals. I actually had his I was in Vegas the other night and I had his brother in a little parlay for 2 steals, and he ended up with 2 blocks and 0 steals. So he burned me. So I don't know if I'm going back to 2 steals on the straight line, but look at the last 3 games, dude. 3, 4, and 5 steals. Amazing.
Yeah, it's interesting. If you look at his minutes the last 2 games, what is he? He's played like 30 plus minutes.
The last 2, he played 17 here and then 27, 26.
Oh, 27, 27. Okay. Yeah, he's projected for 23 minutes. So let's look at what he does with 23 plus minutes. Yeah, 75% hit rate is pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I think I don't know if I'd play either of these straight up, but I definitely think as a builder, like you were alluding to, maybe put him for 4 rebounds and 1 steal or something like that. That could be a good.
Yeah, I'm cooking that one up right now. Let's see. I like that one. Here he is. This is rebounds and defense, 1 steal. We're at minus 180. So you need something else with that.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll find something else to put in that.
Yeah, but those are 2 nice legs. What else we got from this game?
All right, so we got Cade also for 5.5 rebounds. Again, I'm not sure why these are popping on our model. The minutes hit rate is 70%, meaning he's projected for 34 minutes and he's cleared in 70% of games with 34 minutes. But so 5.5 rebounds. He's done that in 63% of games this season, and 6 of his last 10 did not clear in his previous matchup versus Denver. So you're going to have to twist my arm to probably get me to play this one. But what do you think?
I'm not playing it, especially with the Denver DVP. Now you look at that's him with 34 minutes, 4 rebounds. That's probably where I would go if we were looking at some sort of builder. If you do that, if you add Cade 4 rebounds to that little that Thompson builder, now we're at plus 104. Now we're cooking.
Yeah, he only had 2 rebounds in his last game versus Denver, but only played 26 minutes. So I didn't actually dive into that, whether or not that was a blowout or anything. But anyway, I agree. I wouldn't play a straight up 5.5 rebounds, but I do think for 4 rebounds, that could be a good option. So
look at him that's him at home. He's only gone under 4 rebounds in 1 home game this season. That's regardless of minutes.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. All right, let's look at some other players on the Detroit side. We've got Isaiah Stewart at 11
in a while.
11.5 PRA. I would look at both him and Duren because centers are a pretty good matchup against Denver.
Yeah.
But, head-to-head, he had, 10 in how many minutes?
Only 16 minutes. Yeah. What's he been playing lately?
He's projected for only 19 minutes, so he doesn't really get that much run.
Yeah. All these games between 16 and 19 minutes. I don't know. I would like somebody with a little bit more bigger role,
I do have to say he is a pretty good option most days for 4 rebounds. If you just look at his rebounds, like he gets the 4 rebounds, like right. What is that? 70. If he plays 80% of games, I mean,
that's what I just put it at 13 minutes. Yeah.
So, all right. So we'll probably lay off Isaiah Stewart, but again, consider him maybe for a builder piece. You look at Jalen Duren for PRA as well.
Might have to look. I know the PRA shows up. It might be. I don't know if you get a PRA on him. He's more of a guy. You might have to go with a PR maybe.
PR. Yeah, it looks like a DraftKings and FanDuel have it.
FanDuel has PRA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
And DraftKings has it for 25.5, so you can actually get it for a point lower, which.
Yeah, minus 120. That's not bad. Last 10 games, what did he do against Denver?
21. I always have a hard time backing this guy though. I'm good with him for 8 rebounds and a builder, but like anything that's 20 something PRA or points and rebounds, it's he's just got such a high probability of fouling out.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at his fouls in his last his games against Denver here. 4-3-1-4. Yeah, I'd probably lay off. I like the Thompson and Cade plays a little bit better than the big guys here for some reason.
Yeah. But if you want to play Duren, centers against Denver. Denver's given up the 14th most rebounds to opposing centers. You could go Duren for 7 rebounds, or you can go Stewart for 4 rebounds. I think those are good.
Wasn't Duren assists the play you were on?
It was
not too long ago
against Chicago. I think it was.
Look at his last 4 games against Denver. Look at the DVP against Denver, 27th.
Yeah, 2 he had 2 in only 19 minutes last time they played. So that could be a good option too. I mean, all right.
Look at his last 10 games. Look why were his assist total so high here?
I don't know.
Wow. All right. Anything on the Denver side?
One more guy to look at on the Detroit side. Look at Malik Beasley for 3.5 threes.
Revenge narrative. Played for the Nuggets for a few seasons. Wow. Look at this guy. He's just, what a shooter.
He had 3 threes last time he played Denver earlier this season in only 18 minutes. Malik likes to shoot, man. 18 minutes, he attempted 9 threes. He's firing away a 3 every 2 minutes.
That's what he does, man. Yeah. I mean, how many minutes is he projected for?
Today he's projected for only 22 minutes. But he's cleared this in 8 of his last 10 games, so he's shooting really well of late. So that could be a good option. And let's just look at shooting guards specifically against Denver. Denver's given up the most points in the league.
Oh yeah, look at that.
To shooting guards. and the fourth most 3-point attempts.
Yeah.
So this does seem like an ideal spot for Malik. So
Yeah, that's
again,
like
you can
that.
you can play him straight up at 3.5, or if you want to throw that in the builder, you can also probably do Malik Beasley for 3 threes or something like that.
Yeah, you bring that down to 3. Now we're at 80% on the season when he plays 22 plus minutes. So.
Yep, pretty good. All right.
Nice.
Let's go to the Denver side. Your favorite guy, one of your favorite guys in the league, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, buddy.
Really good matchup for him for most categories. Really, you can look at anything: threes, PRA, points, rebounds, everything but assists is popping today for him.
48.5 PRA for Jokic is on the low end. I mean, usually you often see him at 52.5, 53.5. So that just right off the bat, that feels nice. In a game where Detroit's favored, on the road, they'll probably be asking a lot of Jokic in this game. Should be a close, competitive game. So is this game on ESPN?
No, the Cavs Celtics game is on
that's
ESPN.
Right. Yeah. I know that the Pistons played. The previous game they played on a Friday, it was like one of their only ESPN games. And I know they really got up for that game, just knowing that they were on ESPN and not having too many opportunities to play on a national stage. So that's why I was asking. But I don't know, the Jokic PRA, that might be something I would get behind. What did he do against them in that previous game? 54.
54. What's he done on 0 days rest this season?
Woo!
That looks pretty good.
Let's look, even going back to last season here. Not as good, but look at this season on back-to-backs. I love it. I'm in.
What, you have it for 48.5?
48.5 here, yeah.
Oh, it actually looks like it opened. FanDuel has it at 49.5, and then DraftKings, Caesars, Fanatics all have it at 48.5. So I do think that extra point it's going to come in handy.
FanDuel, it's at 49.5 on FanDuel now.
I might have an old version.
Yeah, because I just opened this one up. So that means it's come down a little bit.
It's come down.
Oh no, it is back 49. Yeah.
But you do, this is a 237 point game.
Yeah.
I think his number is coming down because Jamal Murray's I was just watching the game last night. I mean, the guy touches the ball, he's barely passing it. He's just shooting almost every time.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not working. That didn't work last night. So, I would imagine they'll try to switch it up.
Yeah.
Get Jokic more involved.
Yeah, this is a straight. I'm behind. I love this. I love this chart right here. 0 days rest. I love my especially on my back-to-backs. If I get a good trend on a back-to-back like this, I'm going with it.
All right. So we'll kind of stop there on Jokic. Let's see who else. We got both Aaron Gordon for 12.5 points.
A lot of plays from this game, huh?
Yeah.
12.5 points.
Wow, look at that though.
That's him on back-to-backs.
So
why is this popping?
His minutes are up, right? He came back at the end of January, right? Yeah. And then he was playing 20 minutes a game. Started playing 30 minutes. Let's see, head to head. He only had. He didn't play. He didn't play in that previous game this year. I don't know. I'm not really sure why this is popping.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting the minutes when he plays 30. Let's see what he's projected for. He's projected for 30 minutes, and he's got an 80% hit rate this season when he plays 30 minutes. So I think it's really just about playing time.
80% hit rate when he plays 30 minutes?
No. I might be looking at somebody else.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know, 59% hit rate. Sorry.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. I'm not on this.
All right. So Gordon's no good. Let's wrap up this game with MPJ, my favorite guy in the league. PRA 24.5. or points at 16.5. Both good DVPs. The PRA actually looks better.
It's creeping up though. 25, 20. It's even at 20, 26.5. It's creeping up.
My guy shot 5 for 22 last night. There's no way he's shooting. The only thing that can stop him tonight is Michael Malone, just benching him for being inefficient out there. But I love this guy. He's just like got like a 4-second memory. Like he doesn't realize that he's 5 for 22. He's just going to keep shooting forever.
Yeah, it would have been a great closer. Yeah, I like the bounce back spot for him. I know it's not usually a place you go to. You usually don't like the predicting the bounce back spot, but I don't know. I think you and MPJ have a special bond. And
we do.
If you're feeling it, I'm gonna back this.
All of my rules are out of the window for MPJ. Yeah, I like it. I think it's.
You like the PRA, or just what you like his points or his threes?
I like the PRA or the PR. Maybe look at his PR.
Yeah,
he's been rebounding a lot lately.
Yeah, I mean, he is one of the what's his cleaning the glass rank? He's always in the upper end at his position.
I don't have the rebounds, but yeah,
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, he's usually like a high 80s, 90 percentile rebounder at his position.
So, what do you like there? Points, PRA, maybe a builder for him.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
not loving.
I like the points. I don't love taking Jokic PRA, and though it is a high total, I just to take like a combo on both of these guys.
All right, so we'll especially with Murray shooting 1,000 times, we'll just take our win on MPJ last night and take the night off on MPJ.
Sounds good.
It's all Jokic. All right, let's go to the next game. We got the Thunder and the Hawks. The Hawks are minus 12.5 in this game. Totals. We really probably should pass on this game because it could very well be a blowout. With the Hawks being 12-point underdogs at home. Totals 243 though in this game, so it's going to be a lot of scoring. And honestly, the Thunder haven't been as sharp the last few games, so maybe the Hawks keep this one more competitive. You're skeptical about that?
I'm just looking at these players here: Caris LeVert, Terrence Mann, George Niang. Like, I don't know. It's some cast of characters they got going.
Let's look at Clint Capella. Let's start with Capella.
Of course you start there. I thought I was going to ask you last night. I know you're getting a puppy next week. I was going to ask if you're naming the puppy Capella.
I should.
I think you should.
I really should. Only if he cashes. I gotta pay for this dog somehow.
What are we looking at?
7.5 rebounds.
Head to head here. Wow, look at him against OKC. That was right at the beginning of the season. That was no Hartenstein for OKC back then.
But Chet was playing back then.
Chet was, yeah. Yep.
But yeah, the problem is he's only projected for 17 minutes. Basically, they've handed the keys to Okonwu at this point. So I think it's a decent play because I think it's a good matchup. But I just
16 minutes, 13 minutes. I mean,
I think our days of betting Clint are pretty much over.
Sadly, I think that might be the case.
Let's look at Dyson Daniels, somebody on the other side of the spectrum, right? Daniels for 5.5 rebounds. Over the last 20 games, OKC is giving up the third most rebounds to opposing guards. That's actually surprising. And he's projected for 33 minutes. He's only cleared in 58% of games when he's played 33 plus minutes. But cleaning the glass wise, he's in the 96th percentile of guards rebounding. Which makes sense. The guy's like a hustler. He's out there, cleaning up. So
what I will say is 4 rebounds for him is like one of the best builder pieces. It's become a staple of builders for us this season. Similar to, it reminds me of, was it Pascal Siakam at 15 points? We were riding that for a while last season. You get certain plays that they always just kind of you're able to fit them into a builder. And his 4 rebounds for him. This is him without Jalen Johnson this season. You see, if you take him down to 4, it's just, I mean, only 1 game since Johnson's been out is beautiful. What is it? It's 5.5 at the heavily juiced 5.5. Not sure I love that as much.
Yeah, and his 4 rebounds is like minus 700 now, so the books have caught up to that.
They have.
But yeah, I still think it's a good play. But again, it started at minus 130, so you're saying now it's up to what?
Minus 148.
Yeah, so you can see which way the money's going on this one.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe a builder leg for rebounds.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at one other guard. New addition to the team, Terrence Mann for 3.5 rebounds. Can you get behind that?
Terrence Mann, 3.5 rebounds. What's his rebounding rank?
Not great. 39th percent rebounder. Although a lot of that came on a Clippers team where Zubac was just kind of scooping everything up. He's projected for 24 minutes. He's cleared 3.5 rebounds in 67% of games when he plays 24 plus minutes. And he is 2 for 2 against OKC this season. So I think that's the reason why it's popping up on our model.
Here's him with the Hawks here. Just take this for that was against the Hawks, but the rest of this is with the Hawks.
Yeah.
How many minutes is he projected for, you said?
24 minutes, I think
24,
I said.
Yeah, you see the last 2 games, 26, 29. The minutes are up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah.
A little too volatile of a play here for me, yeah.
All right, so the only thing we really liked on that side was maybe Dyson Daniels for 4 rebounds as part of a builder.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the OKC side. Geez.
Oh.
It's getting violent over there. Let's look at Chet. Chet was popping up. We actually put out a collab play on Chet rebounds this morning. So you want to start there and just kind of see what was appealing about Chet for 8.5 rebounds?
So here is Chet this season, 17 rebounds in his last game. That's amazing. Minutes are on the rise here, right?
Yeah, his minutes are on the rise, and it looks like Hartenstein's minutes are kind of declining in parallel, which makes sense. Hartenstein is going from playing low 30s to like mid 20s. Mm-hmm. So I think some of this is coming off of his play. Not a huge sample. I think he's only played 16 games this season, of which he's only played 6 games with Hartenstein. So you don't have a great sample. And a lot of those games were like when he was first coming back from injury. So those aren't even really worth looking at.
Yeah, that's this little sample right here. But you see, he's slowly, ramping up here, 22, 24, 30. Up to 32 in his last game. And that game, who's that against? Brooklyn, 17 rebounds. Wow.
17 rebounds against Brooklyn. And he did play the Hawks earlier this season, and he had 9 rebounds in that game. So at least you do have, of those 16 games he's played, you do have 1 data point against the team that he's playing.
Yeah, I'm just going to see what some other centers have done. Ware, 15. Wendell Carter, 15.
Yeah. Wemby had 15 earlier in February. I think Cat had 10. So a lot of good comps.
I like it.
You don't really have a choice on this one. We already posted this on the internet. So we'll just move on the internet. All right, so that's that. Let's look at Isaiah though. In parallel, he's also popping for. Let's look at his PRA. 21.5 PRA. Can you get behind that?
Who are we looking at?
Hartenstein. Sorry, I'm on a first name basis with him.
I went to the other Isaiah Joe. I was like, Isaiah Joe. All right. Let's go.
If you ever hear me talk about Isaiah Joe for 20-something.5 PRA, just cancel the program.
Okay. Love a good Hartenstein PR or PRA. Though I don't like, I mean, you see the trend through the last 6 games. You're seeing while Chet goes up, you're right, Hartenstein going down right here.
Yeah, that one game he got popped in the nose. He had like a bloody nose and he came out. So I would discard that one. But I certainly wouldn't play both of these guys today. I think he'd just go all in on Chet or Isaiah.
Yeah, I'm feeling Chet against this Hawks team.
I think so.
Yeah,
just get the fresh legs.
Exactly.
Let's look at Lou Dort as well. Lou Dort is popping for 13.5 PRA or 8.5 points. It's really just a great matchup for forwards against Atlanta. Atlanta over the last 20 games is giving up the most points to opposing forwards, second most PRA. So you're looking at Dort, you're looking at maybe Jalen Williams. Those are potential candidates.
Yeah. You like Dort? You like Dort here? I just feel like he's so up and down.
Yeah, he kind of lives and dies by the 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'd probably be more inclined to look at Jalen Williams, although his lines are high. But you can take a look at him.
I mean, look at small forwards against Atlanta here. I mean,
that's a season long, and it's even better over the last 20 games. With,
I'm sure.
Jalen Johnson out and such.
Who'd you want to look at? J-Dub?
Yeah, look at him because I mean he's classified as a shooting guard, but he's kind of more of like a small forward, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. He's probably could see where Cleaning the Glass has him. I think I know he's been ranked as or listed as a wing in the past. I think Dort's probably the same.
Yeah. Their whole team is other than
yeah, exactly.
They just got a bunch of wings. So
yeah.
So yeah, I think he's an interesting option at 20.5 points. Certainly great for a builder leg at 18 points.
I love him at 18 here for a builder from this game for sure. That's where I would go.
All right, very good. So we got Chet for 8.5 rebounds. That's a straight play, and then we got J-Dub for 18 points as part of a builder leg.
And Dyson Daniels.
Oh, and Dyson Daniels on the Atlanta side.
Yeah. All right.
Very nice. Game. Let's go on to the ESPN game, the Cavs and the Celtics. We don't have a lot on the Cavs side, so we'll start there. We got a few plays on the Celtics side. So the one play we had on the Cavs side is Darius Garland for 18.5 points. He's 61% hit rate on the season, 5 of his last 10, 2 for 3 against Boston. So this is the 4th time they're playing this season. And he's got a 73% hit rate when he plays 29 plus minutes. So what do you like with Garland?
What do I like with Garland? Point guards, not great against Boston here. I mean, makes sense. You got Drew Holiday, Derek White.
Oh, wow. This has come up quite a bit, too. It opened at 18.5. I'm looking right now. It's up to 20.5.
Yeah. I don't love it. What's the total in this game?
Total in this game is 233, so it's the lowest total game that we're talking about.
Yeah. There's going to be some defense going on in here. But, he did clear the last 2 games, 22 and 25. Whereas I'm just curious to see what Mitchell did in those 2. Look at Mitchell against the Celtics.
He loves getting up for those games.
It's like when he faces the Knicks, when he faces the Celtics, like he's a guy. He's not popping in the model, is he?
He wasn't for some reason. I think because he's pretty inconsistent, and our model looks for consistency, not just matchup, but a combination of matchup and.
This is pretty consistent, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a nice play. Even him for 25 points as a builder leg. Probably get some decent odds on that.
I could see him and Tatum going back and forth.
Yeah.
Today, right.
25 a piece.
Something like that could be fun.
Yeah, even look at here's Tatum against Cleveland. Yeah, look at him at 25.
Yeah. So
that's my play, man. I love
all
that.
right. All right, good. So we got Tatum 25, and actually, and that was one of the plays that was popping in our model on the
builders.
On the Boston side, we had Tatum for 26.5 points.
Oh, there we go.
And that's actually a great matchup. Forwards against Cleveland is a top 10 matchup. So I like that. Tatum 25 and Mitchell 25. We're
plus 126 on FanDuel.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look also on the Celtics side. We got Jaylen Brown, who is questionable today for 31.5 PRA. So my inclination would be just to lay off of this because of his status. But
yeah, I agree. Not the success Tatum's had, and yeah, I think if we're gonna go with Tatum for the 25 here, and with Brown being questionable, I'm with you. Let's just lay off Brown tonight.
Okay. And the last play might be my favorite play. Derek White for a block.
Oh, what's his cleaning the glass? Do we have a cleaning the glass ranking on his blocks?
He's like 110%.
Yes, exactly.
95th percentile for guards block. Who's better than him at the guard position?
I don't know. That is a good question.
Dude, we got to figure that out. I'm going to look that up.
Where are we? Here we go.
Yeah. Are you looking that up?
Well, who's better than him?
I'm going to look that up. It's just
it's eating at you.
I just don't know who could possibly be better. But
I do. How's he done against Cleveland? Yeah.
You got guys like Keon Ellis, Johnny Furphy. So you got low minutes guys who are above him. But in terms of guys who get playing time, he's the best.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
So can you get behind Derek White for a block?
I think so. I mean, minus 140, not like the odds aren't tremendous, but
they're not bad either, though. I mean, and you could always, if you want to take that minus 140 and turn it into like a minus 120, just put like Derek White for 2 assists or Derek White for 1-3. Just like pair it with something that's going to happen.
Yeah, the 1-3 might be the way to go.
But look at this. His last 6 games against Cleveland, he's had a block in 5 of the 6 games. And you know that block's going to come against like Mobley or Jared Allen. Like he's not afraid to go up against the big guys.
No. I like it. Let's do it.
We've played Derek White blocks probably 2 or 3 times before. I don't think we've ever cashed. Just as a disclaimer to those who are thinking about tailing this, it probably will not cash. We just don't
so many opportunities to cash here, and we pick them in these little
pockets
here. Yeah.
Although he really hasn't. He's only hit in 1 of his last like 6 or 7 games. But I just purely as a fan bet, I think that one's too much fun to pass up. So Derek White for a block. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, the top 2 teams in the East. This is going to be a great game. He's going to come to play tonight, and that's what he one of the things he does best. So I like it.
The human ATM.
Yeah.
All
right. What else from this game?
That's it for this game. Yep.
All right.
We'll move on to the Raptors Bulls, a bottom dweller matchup.
A lot popping though. I remember seeing a lot from this game.
Bulls are minus 1.5, totals 234 in this game. And let's see what we got. So let's start on the Raptors side. Yeah, not a lot on the Bulls side. I don't think. Yeah, let's start on the Bulls side. We got Lonzo Ball, also for 1 block. That is surprising.
1 block for Lonzo Ball. I don't know about that one, man.
I think this is what I was talking about when I started the pod. Like you would never think about looking at Lonzo Ball for a block.
Yeah. It's also doesn't seem like it's readily available. I see sleeper prize picks. I don't know.
Don't trash this one, man. This is like
sneaky. This is a sneaky one, yeah.
Let's just see. So Lonzo has been playing like big minutes lately.
Oh yeah, look at that! Wow.
He's been shooting the ball really well too, or at least he's been hitting some threes. Yeah. All right. Fine. You can't get behind Lonzo. But let's go to the Toronto side. Lots of options there. We got Grady Dick for either 12.5 points or 17.5 PRA. Excellent matchup. 62% hit rate on both. In his last 10, the PRA is popping a little bit more. So maybe start there. 70% hit rate. He is 1 for 2 against Chicago on the PRA. He's 2 for 2 on the points. And these are both top 6 matchups. He's projected for 26 minutes tonight.
Slide him up to 26 minutes here. See what he's done. I mean, that it's at 17.5, or did this move? Was it 16.5 earlier or no?
I had 17.5.
So, okay.
So come down?
No, it's 17.5 still. Yeah, I mean, you put him at 26 minutes, 77% hit rate, but look how often. I mean, look how many 17s and 16s. He's like, if he's not getting that, I mean, look at him at 16. Now we're at 92%. I mean,
this is very John Collins like chart.
Yes, yes, it is.
Super consistent.
Yeah, man.
Right. This would be a good alt builder leg, and we've used him before in like the Volcano Challenge we do and such. You just bring him down to like 14.5 or 13.5 PRA.
I love it. We might have to cook that up tonight. I mean, look how consistent he is.
13.5 get you there, or
yeah, 13.5.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
97% hit rate with 26 plus minutes.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's make a note of that. That could be a nice. Maybe we'll have to put out a start a Volcano Challenge up. That could be leg number 1.
It's been a while. All right, so we like Grady Dick for maybe for more of a builder than a straight play.
Yeah.
Other options are RJ for 5.5 rebounds. Chicago's given up the 3rd most rebounds to opposing forwards over the last 20 games. RJ is projected for 31 minutes.
Yeah, I like that. He had 9 rebounds in that last game. Scotty Barnes did play in that game. That was not that long ago, January 31st. Although Chicago probably looks different than they did then. But yeah.
Pirtle's also been out, and he's projected to be back, I think, tonight. So I think you got to also be careful there. I don't really like what I'm seeing recently, though, from RJ, right? Like, he's only cleared in 2 of his last 5 games, and he's had 4, 3, and 2 rebounds in some of those. So
Pirtle played in that game, too. He had 9 rebounds.
So maybe we pass on RJ, but
yeah.
Look at Pirtle while you're there, because he was also popping for 9 rebounds, 10.5 points, 22.5 PRA. The centers versus the Bulls for scoring and PRA are like excellent.
Yeah.
This has him projected at 27 plus minutes. I don't know if he actually plays that much tonight. What do you think?
I would say probably not in this game, but what were the minutes? What did you say the minutes were?
27 minutes. Actually, he came back against Indy 2 days ago, and he played 24 minutes. So I would say at a minimum he'll play 24. He could play 27 minutes. But he scored 10 points against Indy in only 24 minutes. So 10.5 points doesn't seem crazy, does it?
No. Let's see what some of these other centers have done.
I don't know why, but not good comps against Chicago. He had 6 points back in December and 8 points in January.
And minutes 22 and 30 and 34 minutes, 8 points. But you have this nice stretch here. Nick Richards, 15. Mason Plumlee, 10. Duren, 16. Isaiah Stewart, 12. Isaiah Stewart, 14. It's not bad. The rebound's not as good, but the points, I mean, second most points to opposing centers. We getting behind Pirtle?
Can we make Pirtle the other leg of the builder with
at how many points?
I'm looking at PRA, 16 and a half PRA.
16.
It's got a 91% hit rate on the season at 16 and a half.
Who would have thought the Grady Dick Yakov Pirtle
the
builder,
the Dick
PRA
Pirtle
builder.
Dick Pirtle builder.
Pirtle.
You don't, it doesn't feel right, but this is where you got to put your emotions to the side. And
you liked him at, what'd you say?
16 and a half.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if that'll get us there. I mean, we can play with the numbers. We can maybe take Grady Dick up to 13 and a half or 14 and a half. But
yeah.
We're going to do something there.
Okay. All right.
Just purely for marketing purposes to play with that name out. So many possibilities. All right. And the last one on this is Scotty Barnes. 8 rebounds, 56% hit rate on the season, only 4 of his last 10. But forwards against Chicago is a great matchup, number 3 overall in the last 20 games. And he did clear last time he played.
Pretty crazy. He had 10 rebounds and RJ had 9 rebounds in that same game. I wonder how many did Pirtle have in that game? And Pirtle had 9. Wow.
He's so inconsistent though, man. It's like up and down, up and down. Some games he like, and same with the assists. Like he's, I don't know, man. I have a hard time this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, his PRA line is 34 and a half. If you're not into Pirtle's PRA at 16 and a half.
He's definitely a guy we've gone to for like a PRA builder. Like just look as we drop this down just ever so slightly here. Now look at all the Greenwood. I want to see what we get to right here. 27, 26, 27 and a half.
27 and a half, 82% hit rate on the season. And again, you got a lot of low minute games in here. If you take them up to 30 minutes, which he'll play, that's 88% hit rate at 27 and a half. So that's another option. Maybe we can look at Barnes. Might need to throw a third leg in there if we don't get the odds.
I mean, look at the DVPs on the power forwards here. Points, rebounds, and assists. 27, 29, 26.
Yep.
Yeah. Beautiful. Can't get a much better matchup than that.
Exactly.
So, all right.
That's enough for this horrible game. I think we got the
Knicks, right?
Yeah, not a lot. We don't have a lot on our board for the Knicks. I didn't even actually look at that when we chose that game. So I think we'll skip the Knicks. The only sorry, we actually have a couple plays on the Memphis side. I think I think Cat is the questionable piece on the Knicks side, which is probably why there's not a lot of props out. But we got Desmond Bane, PRA, and points.
Yeah,
and then go ahead.
No, I love his PRA. This was one that we were just on the other day. I put it out as an alternate after FEV got scratched. Bane at I think like 25 and a half, 26 and a half is just really nice. Yeah, there's 25 and a half for him. That looks really nice. You like him as a straight play? What's his straight line? 31 and a half.
I mean, he only had 23 PRA against the Knicks earlier this season.
In how many minutes? 30 minutes? What's he playing lately? I don't think he's playing much more than that, right? Oh, no. Look at his last game. 42. Yeah. Now 36, 35, 36, 33. Yeah. So his minutes are up a little bit from there. We haven't projected for what tonight? 34, 33, 34?
He's projected to play 33 minutes.
33 minutes. Here he is on the season. There he is on the season with 33 minutes.
He's also showing up as a game time decision.
Oh, yeah.
Groin, left groin. It says groin, left groin soreness.
Okay, so stay away.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I would also say, just as a cautionary tale, if you're the kind of person who, at halftime, when a player is like not trending well, likes to go up on X and like trash the pick before you even get to the second half, then don't bet Desmond Bain, because he often. I'm just looking at his PRA mix. He averages 13.6 PRA in the first half and 15.6 in the second half. I just recall many times he just turns it on in the second half. So if you don't have the patience to wait a full game before screaming, then don't bet Desmond Bain.
Okay.
Don't bet.
Good advice.
Okay. So that is that. I think the only other player that was popping in this game was Zach Edey for 7.5 rebounds. It's interesting because especially if Cat ends up sitting, Josh Hart's also questionable. He is.
The Knicks allow the fewest rebounds to centers.
Yeah, I mean that's mostly because of Cat, right?
Yeah. Zach Edey.
Edey's minutes are so up and down. But he did have 11 rebounds back in January 27th, so just a month ago against the Knicks. And he did that in 19.2 minutes.
Interesting.
So I wonder if Cat, let me see if Cat played in that game.
Cat did play in that game.
Cat did play. Hart did play. So this could be a sneaky little find. He's projected to play 20 minutes tonight. And he has cleared 8 rebounds in 74% of games with 20 minutes, 88th rebounder. So he's in the top.
I'll tell you what, is 6 rebounds is an incredible builder leg for him.
Yeah.
In this game, I would definitely look there. But I think even a straight line at 7.5, I think I might be with you here. I think that might be a sneaky little play.
Especially with the upside of Cat potentially sitting again. I mean,
yeah.
You mentioned before we hopped on the air that Mitch Robinson might play. So
he might play, yeah.
But he won't make it through the first quarter. So,
dude,
you got Jalen Brunson could be guarding Zach Edey by the end of the game.
Dare you with that Knicks hat on? Your slander of Mitch Robinson? Come on.
I'm just not happy with the Knicks lately. They're just I was watching Jericho Sims dominate last night, wondering why they got rid of him. But anyway, so yeah.
Is that everything? That's all the games?
No, we got the Pelicans and the Suns to wrap it up. Suns are minus 7.5, totals 233. Let's start with Zion, one of your favorite guys to talk about.
Yeah,
he's popping for PRA, assists, and points. All are top 10 matchups against Phoenix, who plays defense optionally.
Look at his points. Zion back, 11 assists. 11 assists. No, you're not buying points, Zion. That was against
they're on back-to-backs against
the same team. Yeah.
Oh, they played last night, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really watch that game. That's why I'm like not that aware of it. But
Zion on back-to-backs. Zion on a back-to-back scares me a bit.
Because they might manage his minutes.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're running out of options.
Are they doing that? Yeah. Are they doing that anymore? I don't know. Maybe not.
I mean, they got to figure out what they have with Zion at this point, right? It's like,
I think so. I think you go back to the well on this one. Playing Phoenix on a back-to-back here with 11 assists last night.
Yeah.
48 PRA. How many points did he have? 27 points. 10 rebounds. Oh, he had a triple-double last night.
That was the least talked about triple-double, I think, ever.
Yeah,
didn't see
seriously.
anything about that.
No.
Yeah,
I'd go back to Zion here.
Yeah, which one though? PRA or
what's his assist line? 5.5. How many potentials was that? That was on 22 potentials.
22 potentials. Did let me pull up the box score.
Anybody out here?
Yeah, did McCollum play or I literally did not. This is like the one game last night I really did not look at.
Let's see. Last 10 here. Yeah, CJ played. CJ had 19 points, 4 rebounds. Alvarado, Murphy. Murphy had a big game here.
Murphy had 18 points. Attempted 13 threes. Wow. Yeah, Bruce Brown, I think, was like the only player who Bruce Brown was out for return to competition reconditioning. Never seen that one before. Yeah, and Zion played 30 minutes. He had 2 blocks too. What a game.
Yeah. I think I like going back to Zion here, I think.
Yeah.
I think I don't know why I'm feeling the assists. I know this chart's not so doesn't look so great here, but I just love how 22 potential assists last night. Is that just gonna crater back to the 7 that he had in the prior game? Are we better off going with PRA, just knowing that Zion could put up 35 points tonight?
I mean, the best part of this game is his finishing, right? He's just so elite when it comes to finishing. So my instinct says points, but
look at this. Phoenix, 26 most points in the paint. That's the centers. I think you can look at Zion.
He has more of a center game than most centers in the league.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. He's off the dribble, but all of his scoring is around the rim.
Yeah.
All right. So points, assists, PRA, something there. I don't know.
Yeah. Nice. It could be a nice leg to it, but you put him at 30, 33 and a half, 31 and a half PRA. That could be something to look at too. I think maybe who was the other guy we were just looking at? Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Scotty Barnes.
Zion, Scotty Barnes, PRA builder. Yeah. Anybody else from this game?
Just on the Phoenix side, we got Nick Richards for 10 rebounds, which he cleared last night, it looks like. New Orleans has given up the 3rd most rebounds to opposing centers, so this seems like a good spot for
Nick Richards.
He had 16 rebounds last night.
Really?
No,
Ooh,
rebounds.
16 rebounds.
And actually, you can get this for 8.5 on DraftKings still.
Yeah, look at that. And then we said the most rebounds.
I don't really understand the minutes though. 27 minutes 4 games ago, then 20, then 16, then 31. Why are his minutes all over the place?
Just because Phoenix is all over the place. I don't know.
I guess so.
Bol getting minutes.
Yeah, Bol.
Look at Bol the last 2 games. 32 and 29 minutes the last 2 games.
Yeah, Bol got the start. He started alongside Richards. Both of them played 30 minutes. I know Beal was out last night. I assume he'll be back tonight. Plumlee got 17 minutes.
I think I like this Richards 8.5.
Or do you like Bol? Bol only had 6 rebounds in that game.
Yeah, he's not a great.
But he did have 15 points.
Yeah,
Bol he's the original Wemby.
Yeah,
as people say.
Yeah, look at that. Look at his 3. He had 3 threes last night.
Bol has had 15 points in every game this season, all 5 games this season where he played 25 plus minutes. So
this feels sneaky. Bol feels sneaky tonight.
Yeah, I think half of Twitter is probably on Bol
think so?
already. But
okay.
I think either of those are good options. I think Bol for points, or Nick Richards for rebounds, or if you want to put them together, you could do take Bol down to 10 points and Richards down to maybe like 7 rebounds or something like that.
Yeah, I think I like the Nick Richards straight 8.5 here. That's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, and the last we'll skip over Bradley Beal. I mean, he's probably in a good spot coming off of rest if he does play tonight.
Not betting on Bradley Beal.
We're not betting on Beal, although he's been much better of late. And then KD for 3 threes that seems like a lot of threes for KD, but
yeah,
he's done this in 6 of his last 10 games, and he did it last night. And the Pelicans are giving up the most threes to opposing forwards.
Look at his last 5 games against the Pelicans. Right there. 4, 3, 3, 3, 4. Last 10.
Yeah.
Last 10? Yeah.
His
pretty good.
His 3-point volume has kind of been up over the last 10 games, but again, if Beal does play, that's gonna, obviously take away a lot of shots, probably from Durant.
But this is good. I mean, small forwards, most 3-point attempts. Power forwards, most 3-point attempts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always scary though, like just riding what happened last night, assuming it's just going to happen again. So honestly, like my advice on this game would be to just choose your favorite. Don't have like a ton of props on this one game. I know it's kind of counterintuitive because you do have a really great data point from last night to go off of, but
yeah,
teams can make adjustments and may not see the same thing happen. So
yeah, I mean, especially he had 13 3-point attempts last night, by far the most he's taken all season. So I don't know if that's just like he's letting the game come to him, and because you see this with New Orleans here, how they allow so many, and that's why, or is that going to be, like you said, they're going to make adjustments and you're going to see that this dip back down to the 13 3-point attempts, go back to this typical 4, 5, 6 range.
I think that's more likely.
Probably.
I think Kevin Durant's just like done. He's just done in Phoenix. He's just waiting to get traded. He'll probably end up in Golden State, even though he should have been there right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it.
All right.
Got a lot of options. I think a bunch of builder legs we threw out there, a couple straight plays as well. We'll try to get some of this up on X shortly, and I don't know, should be fun. Nice 10-game slate tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Some good games like that Boston Cavs game. That'll be fun. And then
you got the we didn't cover it because the point total was really low, but you got the Lakers and who are the Lakers? And the Clippers. Yeah, the LA game as the late ESPN game. So
yeah. All right. Nice work. Nice to be back in the seat with you here, going through the slate. Hopefully we'll be back next week with some more podcasts. But thanks everyone for tuning in, and let's all make some money tonight.
Thanks.